Oh, yes, yes, yes.
There's a secret group about me. Oh, goddamn.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we hate
secret
we hate
group
you,
about
Howie.
me.
You're not invited.
Oh, goddamn. Wow.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we hate
secret
we hate
group
you,
about
Howie.
me.
You're not invited.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
we hate
secret
we
group
hate you,
about
Howie.
me.
You're not invited.
Oh, goddamn. Wow.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
we hate
secret
we
group
hate you,
about
Howie.
me.
You're not invited.
Oh, goddamn. Wow.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
No. Very true, Mr. 14K. Very true. Where is the leader of the opposition?
Right, hello. I'm back from holiday.
Up the rock.
Up the rock. Holiday. I've not got my goddamn stupid robot, so hang on.
Yeah.
BRB.
Who's the new leader of the opposition?
Oliver. He's the dev guy.
Who's he?
He's like he does development for the armed forces and like this stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
The-
that one.
Team VC.
No.
The pretentious one.
Yeah, that one.
All right. I am in the Navy. I know what I'm doing. Or is he in the Army in real life? Which one's he in? He's in something, but I can't remember it.
Right. One side.
Where's this fighting over shower gel?
What?
All I'm saying is beef over shower gel. Bro. What is this, India?
No, I said it stunk of fish all of a sudden, and then what's her face? Arthur tried to tell me she'd taken a shower on Roblox.
Have a look. £1 fish. Very, very good. £1 fish. Oh, bro.
Did he not get fucking deported or something?
Who got deported?
The £1
Wait,
fish.
wait, you got deported? I don't know.
did.
I thought he lived in India.
No, he was in the UK. £1 fish, man. Deported.
Well,
I'm
immigration
surprised he got
enforcement got him.
I'm
no,
paying from Immigration
it-
Customs Enforcement is here.
It was a fake rumour, apparently, according to the BBC.
The BBC.
I love BBC.
Oh, mate.
Alright.
10 seconds. But hang on, the clocks haven't gone back yet in the chamber. Oh yeah, right, order. My throat hurts. Right, oral questions to Prime Minister. Who's got question number 1 on the no one's reserved a question. All right, he wants to do it. Question number 1, Mr. Kingsbury, to the Shia constituencies. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd just like to start by saying I painted a shelf today. Took up all my day. Very, very bad. But I did manage to have meetings with ministerial colleagues and others. I'm just thinking, is there anything I could mention while I'm here? There was something, but it's gone from my brain. You can really tell how serious I've got my are. No, there isn't really much to say. In addition to my duties to this house, I shall have further such meetings, as to say.
Member of Parliament for... oh my god, this list is too long. What's your name? Northumberland Tyne. What a beautiful place. Prime Minister.
We've gotten absolutely nowhere. We can't find anyone with the qualifications for it. The good news is, I'm not that well versed in it, but I've got enough legal knowledge, and the Chancellor definitely has more than enough legal knowledge that we've basically been able to, mainly him, cover for the Ministry of Justice when it comes to questions in this house, which has been rather nice. I don't know if you noticed, Mr. Speaker, but he was the man that did handle RV Minister for the Civil Service, which we won. What can we say? So I think we've still got enough representation of the Ministry of Justice in this house through other individuals in this government.
For Northumberland Tyne. Prime Minister. You're supposed to stand up first.
No.
Leader of the People's Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It appears the One Nation Party's scrutiny is already running on fumes, and we've been here 0.2 seconds. Mr. Speaker, first let me welcome you back from your lovely holiday. I do hope it was a wonderful one.
Yeah.
A few days ago today, the Prime Minister or the Chancellor, whichever one, stated in this chamber that this government has the full support in the BBC chairman. And yet, I believe today or yesterday, the Secretary of State for DCMS has asked him to resign. So can the government please tell us why it's confidence in 1 second and then asking for a resignation the next?
Prime Minister.
My headphones disconnected the second he stood up, and I only fit the charger in the second he sat down. Could he repeat that?
Leader of the People's Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can the Prime Minister tell the Honourable House why 1 second this government has full confidence in the BBC chair, and in the next they're asking for him to resign?
Prime Minister.
Because, Mr. Speaker, this country, this place, it's volatile, it's hard, life comes at you so fast. That'd be an inappropriate joke to make, Mr. Speaker. 1 minute, you think everything's going fine, and then something else happens, you're like, oh god, this is bad! It gets very, very dramatic. Not so dramatic, more dead, monotone, I can't give way, but, you know, things can change, and it's best that you just try and keep yourself up to date with everything you can be up to date with. Otherwise, say if we said, oh yeah, we have confidence, but then we realised that actually, no, we can't have confidence in this because of other realisations, and then we try to stick by that, that'd be more inappropriate, because if you can't see in real life right now, I'd be swaying left to right, showing how it'd be really misguided for a government to be going back and forth like that, and it would just seem like we're completely directionless. So sometimes you just have to go, yeah, no confidence, keep on chugging.
Leader of the People's Party.
Mr. Speaker, as always, it's interesting to see the theatrics the Prime Minister comes up with. It's extremely entertaining. First and foremost, Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister stated a few days ago, or a week ago now, that he had no idea where the Home Secretary's gone and that he did a disappearing act. It appears the Home Secretary is still, he must be the best magician since Houdini, because he's still gone missing. And his disease of missingness has spread to the Foreign Secretary, who I believe is currently playing Fortnite. I hope he gets the victory royale. We have international situations that is going on. Russia and Romania, tensions are rising, and tensions are rising in the Central Americas, and yet the Foreign Office is dormant, doing nothing. The Foreign Secretary is too busy trying to get his victory royale than actually do his job. So firstly, where is the Home Secretary? Secondly, where is the Foreign Secretary? I'm sure I could name off other cabinet members, but I think the question is very clear to the Prime Minister. Where are his Secretaries of State?
Well, can you call me?
Prime Minister.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Okay, I'll go through them one by one. So, the Chancellor, he's here. The Home Secretary, we're still trying to find a replacement for him. Look, just because he disappears off the face of the earth, that's not really my fault. You can't go, he caused a fight. Sorry, that's a bit impolite of me. Look, I don't know what's going on in people's real lives. As you all know, we're here part-time. We don't know each other in real life, unless you're like, what was his name? British whatever, and his Nazi friend. Unless you're them two, you don't really know in real life, so you don't know what's happened to them. The Foreign Secretary's on Fortnite, but I can tell the leader of the People's Party right now that, one, I do not care if the Foreign Secretary's not here, because it's not his questions today, and I'll let him be on Fortnite. And two, we have kept up to the best of our ability communications with other countries, such as the United States. Obviously, we're still, once the constitutional reform and governance bill has managed to make it through to royal assent, then we're also going to manage to put forward the NATO treaty, which has been worked on. We're going to get through the bilateral treaty with France. Both of these are ready, but I don't want to let them before Parliament until we have that time frame shortened down significantly. So I hope you can understand that. As for our place in getting involved in other people's tensions, until let me break it down for you. Basically, we don't have a fully ready to go, active, war ready armed forces right now. Everyone knows that. We're still starting up. So it doesn't make much logical sense to dip your toes in other people's issues when there's always the risk of war. I'm not saying we want to go to war, but I'm saying when there is always the risk, it's not it's, in the words of one man, it's not unforeseeable nor foreseeable. So, you know, you can't really try and go, yes, we're Britain, we're going to reach our hands into everyone else's problems, and if something goes boobies up, then we're just going to have to hope that it doesn't go as wrong as it would be, okay? There's no really easy way to deal with something until we have some sort of ace card or whatever that we can go, yeah, this is why you have to listen to us as a mediator, instead of, say, between Russia and Romania, more well-established groups that'll have an active armed force, especially Russia. Then if we get involved there and Russia goes, who do you think you are, get involved in this, blah, 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 then we can't really, if they threaten us, because, you know, it could be Russia, they could be unpredictable, then what are we going to do back? But yes, the other secretaries of state, the defense secretary, he is at work right now, I believe. The secretary of state for justice and the attorney general, obviously they're both peers. Whoops. The DCMS secretary in the Lords, secretary of state for transport just re-arrived. The leader of the House of Lords, where do you think he is? The chief whip, he's coming in now. So that's where everyone is. I'm glad he asked.
Member of Parliament for, I think you're Highland South. No, you're Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the Prime Minister will be aware, on the 18th of October I submitted a number of Freedom of Information requests. By my count, 5 of these have yet to be answered. And I'm sure I don't need to do the maths for him, but it's now been 2 weeks since those were submitted. I understand the government has, I believe, 20 or 21 working days or something along those lines to respond. But, given its roadblocks, does the government really need this length of time to answer some simple or relatively simple questions, or are they shying away from accountability and transparency yet again?
Prime Minister.
No. When it comes to freedom of information requests, yeah, the time frame should be shortened. That's going to be worked on. In terms of us not responding, the fact he's going, is this you avoiding scrutiny? No, I've made this clear before. I personally really just love getting questions in the House, and I really hate writing letters back. At most, I gave like one response to him when I was bothered one night, but if he really wants them, then after this, then I'll just sit down with everyone and just go, hi. We've got these. You write that. You write that. You write that. I'll write that. Whatever. I think the cabinet secretary already responded to the relevant ones to him. There's 5 left unresponded to. I'm sure he can wait.
Why is the front bench trying to ask?
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Prime Minister? Member of Parliament for Northumberland Tyne, the best constituency of them all. Prime Minister.
Recruitment wise, I think what's the expression of interest? I think that's what they were called. I can't recall off the top of my head. I think that's what they were called. Those forms got sent out. We've managed to pass the House of Commons. So I was speaking with the Chief of the Defence Staff. His primary concern before full recruitment, before they took everyone in, was a lot of politicians or people involved politically have applied. So they didn't want to go too far until they got confirmation that the House of Commons Qualification Act amendments had passed. So if I can just check my DMs and see where we're at. As far as I'm aware, they look to be going ahead with recruitment now that they've had all those expressions of interest. I can give him a further update if he wants me to DM the CDS and get a proper, what's going on here kind of update.
Leader of the People's Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last session, when my honourable friend, the Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford and Sheffield, brought up the point of stopping the other place from having the powers to block specific bills, the Prime Minister stated that he didn't state exactly, but he expressed full confidence in the House of Lords to pass his manifesto pledges and his manifesto legislation. However, we have just seen 2 manifesto bills get bounced back from the other place with some really horrendous amendments. So does the Prime Minister want to amend what he stated about the House of Lords and about their ability and his confidence in their ability to pass their manifesto pledges and manifesto legislation?
Prime Minister.
Well, in the end, it's going to be us who win anyway as a democratically elected House. So what I say to Lords who think that they can amend the hell out of our pledged legislation, I say, no.
Hey, the People's Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That was an interesting quote. I'm sure the BBC are going to have a fun time translating what he said there. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister earlier said that they're looking for a new Home Secretary, indicating that the AWOL one has been dismissed finally. It only took the Prime Minister a week or 2 of him disappearing. However, the Prime Minister, to my knowledge, hasn't posted out any form of application to British citizens, and he's surprised that he's not found anyone qualified. Can the Prime Minister please tell us where he's looking for this new Home Secretary? Because it's not in RPUK, apparently.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, firstly, he's wrong. We made it pretty clear about 2 weeks ago that the Home Secretary has disappeared. 1 or 2 weeks ago, give or take, that we were already looking for a new one. 2, you don't post about the Secretary of State vacancies. It's not very custom to post about them in the government channel. Usually you look for them internally, you speak to people privately. The only times I've done that, I was, if you'll let me say this, Mr. Speaker, say in places like VUK, very legal experts like 112 TAS and MR True, and when it was in VUK, called me a retard for posting in government about vacancies. So I don't know. I guess I'm just not playing with fire, and I'm just hoping I can find the best candidate without loads of people coming to me going, "Please, please, make me a Home Secretary," or maybe a Mossad spy comes along and goes, "Hello, Prime Minister. I am very qualified Home Secretary." Obviously, that wouldn't happen, but you know, I just wanted to make a little joke about it. Oh, what can I say? Funny guy.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sure the Prime Minister knows what I'm about to say, and I do appreciate his sentiment, but I think his use of unparliamentary language was quite
I quoted
clear.
someone. And I said if he'd allow it, and I wasn't called out on it.
What did he say? Sorry, I didn't actually.
I quoted
I'm-
someone calling me a retard from 2 years ago in VUK. Will you allow that?
I mean, it's not ideal. Let's say again, but I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to make a fuss over it, but come on, you know better.
Right. Okay. Any more questions to the Prime Minister? Member of Parliament, please, Bradford Sheffield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And given the Prime Minister's own keenness to bring up Mossad spies,
Yeah.
his previous government members quite vividly. What steps is the current government taking to ensure that the members of both the cabinet and the public service are appropriately vetted to ensure state secrets aren't being passed to hostile nations?
What's your pleasure, Prime Minister?
Discriminating against Jews. No, I'm joking. I'll draw that. No, we're just making sure that. What do you want me to do? You get up their profile and you go, is this man linked to any of the foreign groups? And then you look at their roles and then you see if they're all right. I mean, right now, I'd say all these people sat here, they're not spying for anyone. Howie, he's really racist, so I'm sure he won't be spying for anyone. So I withdraw the name. I think he gets my point, but I'm sure that once MI5 is set up, that vetting, if government casts doubt over its own vetting process, then it'll only get more rigorous. No.
Member of Parliament, please, Bradford Sheffield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just following on the remarks of the Prime Minister, can he confirm to the House whether or not the government is opening the security service? And second of all, is he tasking vetting to the security service? Because I don't think that's quite within their remit.
Prime Minister.
No, I did not say that. I don't know if he... to be fair, I do a lot of theatrics here, so I don't know if it was here. Clear to understand, so I'm going to make it very clear. Hello. Basically, we pledged to open MI5. We're going to do that. Don't worry. In terms of vetting, I just said it in a case where if the government, like I said, if the government casts doubt over its own vetting process, then you can always fall back on places, on agencies like MI5 to go, hi, please can you really smart people just check this out for us, make sure that we've not missed anyone and he's not working for the Jewish Zionist state.
Oh,
Prime Minister.
You mean Leader of the People's Party?
Oh, yeah, leave the People's Party.
You've been promoted.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're not quite there yet, but we'll probably be there at the next general election. So it's good you're practicing, Mr. Speaker. When it comes to the leader of the opposition, he's not here. Very sad. However, we have people on the front bench for the One Nation Party. Well, I say people, 2 individuals on the front bench, and the Prime Minister's not gotten too good at commanding his own working majority. I'm not too sure if the Prime Minister's aware, but the BBC is live streaming everything that he's saying.
Oh
could
God!
Could the Prime Minister please comment on the appointment of the brand new leader of the opposition, and does he seriously think the One Nation Party are going to remain in the official opposition status?
Prime Minister. Prime Minister.
More.
What?
Can you re-ask that? I was just getting some food.
Oh my God. Leader of the People's Party.
Can the Prime
I
Minister
think you just
stop
don't like
munching
listening to him.
for
I
2
think.
seconds? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Wow.
Can the Prime Minister comment on the appointment of the new leader of the opposition? And does he believe that the One Nation Party are going to make any forms of gains in the next general election, or does he agree with my viewpoint that the One Nation Party is going to shrivel up and die?
Prime Minister.
No, from the largest poll we saw recently, I think it said SDP would just by a few very like 2 votes lose 1 seat. The OMP would actually lose 1 seat, and funny enough, the man over there would actually take 1 seat from each of us. So credit where credit is. Okay, hold on. Credit where credit is due. He did poll to take 1 seat from each of us. This is delicious. Wow. Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna process this. And by the looks of it, because I haven't told many people to vote for the current poll, it looks like he's actually going to be the next prime minister. So congratulations. No, I hope I hope this new leader of the opposition does well. Did he submit an absence for today? He didn't. Well, it looks like I can't be called out on not doing that anymore. I feel good. Just as long as he's ended that boycott, which it looks like either they're doing it themselves or there's not anyone. Look, anyone's better than Little Dragon. Little Dragon messaged me earlier today, and he said, I know the answer is probably going to be F off, but you're not funny if you say it. But is it possible you could recommend to the king that I get my peerage back? I won't return to politics if I could get a CB peerage. I'm being real. Anyway, you seem pretty unbeatable as PM, so well done on that. Oliver is just going to suck up more than than Union, which will kill the OMP. So he practically locked in the next election. And then I told him to F off, which was really funny. So, okay, well, good track. Oh, this is delicious.
Mr. Speaker, big move.
Any seconds?
I beg to groove. Put on that
Good
music.
Feels Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This will be my last one. I find because that was very funny, Mr. Speaker. I don't think I suck up to this government. I think bipartisanship is very possible between very many parties. Well, the former leader of the opposition didn't understand that you can work with the government while scrutinizing them, and that's why he called his very silly boycott, and then resigned a few days after. Mr. Speaker, will the Prime Minister please confirm or deny if he is going to give Little Dragon back his peerage?
Prime Minister.
No, I'd rather. What would I rather do? Just looking around my room.
Blow up 5 houses.
Shit in your hands and clap.
I like that. That's what I
hang on,
feel.
withdraw that. Hang on.
I'll withdraw.
God, what would I rather do? I don't know. I can't. It's such a terrible thing to do. I can't really find a worse comparison. It's like, would you rather kill yourself or commit suicide? It's like, there's no real good option like to say what's worse than this. That would be the worst thing I'd ever do. I feel like if I did that, I'd probably have like a minus approval rating. Well, like really through the floor. Like, oh god, and not just like in general how you get minus approval rating. I'm talking like the bot can't function without someone voting for it. I'm talking it goes down.
Social credit gone.
I'd rather spending my life on the dole just taking up taxpayers' money would be pretty funny. It'd be bad. I'm never doing that. I'm never giving him his peerage back because he just doesn't deserve it.
Okay. Any more questions? Please no. I think so. Okay, we're moving on now.
Why is the Prime Minister so handsome? Well, thank you.
Right. Okay. We're
Where's
moving
the
on
Prime
now
Minister's favourite
to
chocolate
the Companies Bill Consideration Lords Amendments.
Bill.
Leader of the House. Oh, hang on, long title. Sit down, 14k Lakes. I don't need your help. Mega. Long title, please.
Did you just say?
Mega Machines. Come on, buddy. You gotta hurry up. What do we need? Because it's the first reading, is it not? Or am I tripping?
This is an amendment.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, okay. What do we do here? All right.
Just call the Chancellor.
Okay, Chancellor Dishaker.
Ahem. Shut my cup. It might be too long. Try copy half of it, and if not, just keep cutting it down. This provides strong safeguards to the power to make disqualification orders by giving an
Can you do it in
automatic
sign
right
language,
of
please?
appeal to the High Court, allowing the independent judiciary to review disqualification orders. If, for whatever reason, this power is abused, we have 3 different safeguards. Either House of Parliament can revoke a disqualification, order, it can be judicially reviewed, and now it can be appealed. That was on live TV. This is necessary to allow the Treasury, through Companies House, to remove those who are clearly unfit to govern companies. I commend these amendments to the House.
Okay. We debating this? I'd assume so. Leader of the House.
Here's your bill. I should move up one. Again, so true here.
Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Yet again, the leader of the House proving she has nothing real to offer the House but a warm seat, and with that, a beg to move.
Any seconds?
I second that. Secretary of State
Okay,
for
the
Cupcakes and
question
Fairies.
is that the Companies Bill Lords Consideration Amendments pass. Suspending that opinion, so. Question is, this House agrees with the Lords in their amendment, that the amendments be made bill in lieu with the House's Lords Amendment 1. That's what that opinion say.
It was the Secretary of State for looking pretty.
Against. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Are we doing the Legal Services Bill Lords remaining still? How many stages do we have remaining? What do you mean? No. Or is this a question?
There's a billion amendments.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, one more Lords. Right. Do we have to do the full thing again, or are we just voting on this now? Okay, Amendment 2, Chancellor.
I need a drink. There are lots of different crimes which directors can commit whilst acting as company directors. These include fraud, false accounting, tax evasion, to name a few. It's obvious that those found guilty of those offences should not then immediately carry on running the same company. The Lords, for whatever reason, removed this clause. So this is disagreeing to the amendment to read the clause.
Any more points of debate?
Beg to move the question may be put.
Okay, any seconds?
Ugh.
Hey, question do you put something up and say aye?
Aye.
No.
As against? No, okay, I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Question is that this House disagrees with the Lords in their Amendment 1, and that the reason to be assigned to the Lords for disagreeing said that. What?
Sketch, just say the question is as is on the order paper. Save yourself that.
What? I'm reading something out. Oh my god. What is it on the order paper? It's not on there.
No, you
The
can
question is,
literally
this House resolves to amend. No, that's standing order amendment. What am I?
You can literally say the question is as is on the order paper.
All right, the question is as on the order paper. There we go. That's easier. So only that I can say aye. As many of that opinion say aye.
I don't think that many of the opinions say.
As against.
Are the government not voting in their own bloody amendment?
Wait, did it not say?
Right, that was a bit delayed, wasn't it? Jesus, right. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Sorry. Breaded fingers. They didn't send the message.
Right. Now we are moving on to the next point of the paper, which is not a Lord's Amendment, I think. It's Legal
It's
Services
Hitler.
Bill, Lord's remaining stages, what are the remaining stages?
The stages that are left remaining.
Assuming we finished the amendment. Oh my god, right, okay. Are you proposing the amendment, Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford and Sheffield?
I'm gonna have to seek advice from the clerks on what number we're actually at because we didn't get through them
I think
all and
we're-
I didn't keep track. We're on 3. Brilliant.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
yes, Mr. Speaker, in regards to Amendment 3, I have speaking with the Lord Chancellor and the Attorney General, to which he has indicated his agreement, just to prevent, future Jinping abusing that section, and thus seek to move the amendment be agreed.
Okay, the question we put.
Oh,
I think
No,
when
I
the
think-
PCI is against no.
Oh, I need to type it.
I
Don't
think the ayes have it. What on earth was the actual question?
that is on the order paper.
Okay, it could be right. Okay, the question is the question that's
The
sealed paper.
non-amendment
Is on the
is
PCI.
A.
This is the most AIDS thing I think I've ever done as speaker, and I've been speaker for like 3 months before. It's pretty bad. As against, I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Now, can we finally move on? No, okay, we still got another amendment.
There's 11 amendments on this one sketch.
Oh my god! Can we not just do them all at once or something?
No.
Sunday.
Oh my god! Right, okay. Amendment number 4.
which one is
Mr.
this?
Speaker, after consulting with Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, I will be withdrawing amendment number 4.
Okay, so we're not doing it now.
Not
Yep.
amendment number 4. You still need to go through each individual.
Yeah. Okay. Amendment number 5 is over Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And if you'll bear with me, I need to remember what one this was so I can determine whether or not we agreed to it or not. And this was clause 49, which is all that crap. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, after consulting with Lord Chancellor and the Attorney General, this amendment shall be withdrawn.
This is also being withdrawn. Yep. So we're on number 6 now. Over Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Mr. Speaker, after consulting with the Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, this amendment shall be withdrawn.
Okay. Over Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Are we on Amendment 7 now?
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere around
Mr.
there.
Speaker, after consulting with the Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, this amendment shall be withdrawn.
Just to check, we are just you. So you're withdrawing it from the House, and we're not passing that amendment, and not
Yep,
going
pretty
over it at all. Okay, right. Next one, number 8, I think.
Bear
Parliament for
with
Leeds, Bradford,
me.
and Sheffield.
Yes, so again, after consulting with the Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, it appeals that this amendment isn't actually necessary because the Secretary of State can only repeal the entire section, and thus this protection is no longer required, and thus, again, after consulting with Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, this amendment shall be withdrawn. We're on Amendment 8 there, by the way, Alex.
Right, is this number? Okay, number 9. Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
I am trying to get through this quickly, so do bear with me. Yes, after consulting with Lord Chancellor and Attorney General, this amendment shall be withdrawn.
Can I say it is withdrawn?
Okay, Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford. No, number 10 now. Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, Sheffield.
Withdrawn.
Just say David now, and then he just says
Okay, David. Number 10 or 11.
Withdrawn.
Okay, David again.
Withdrawn.
Is that it? That's all 11.
I'm done.
that was 12.
Okay. Legal Services Bill, Lords, remaining stages. Now we're finally up to this bit, aren't we?
Yeah.
Third reading. Okay, third reading. I don't know who's any points to debate. Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford, and Sheffield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. After, as I'm sure the House is aware, consulting with the Attorney General and Lord Chancellor, I'm glad to say we've agreed on a number of things. Unfortunately, due to the stage this is, we did agree some minor changes, albeit they can not be proposed, so do expect an amendment bill in the future. That being said, this bill is quite necessary. I don't agree with the financial aspect. I've expressed that concern to the Lord Chancellor, to which he has also agreed. And as far as I'm aware, the government has no intention of actually utilising it, but nonetheless, there are some issues with this bill, but, you know, the government does as the government does. And, you know, I have nothing but disappointment in them for that, but nonetheless, I do commend this bill to the House.
The Prime Minister.
I know, right? I beg to move.
And
Okay. The question is the question to be put something that happens. The eye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those against. Everybody else have it. The question is that the Legal Services Bill now do move to oral assent, I believe it is going to.
Yeah, passes, whatever.
Say aye.
aye.
Against. Okay, right. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Now, standing order number 15A amendment motion. Who's presenting this? I'm guessing it's the Member of Parliament for Leeds, Bradford and Sheffield again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do apologise to the House. I have just been landed with this in the last 5-10 minutes. My honourable friend did have the intention of proposing this, however, cannot be personally present. As far as I'm aware, this has been agreed by us and the government. If the government want to correct me on that.
Leader of the House.
Oh, I should have gone to water with this.
Speaker's got one capital.
Mr. Speaky Speak. They can't Jeopardy anymore.
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
Oh, brother.
Bro, what the hell? The original amendment lacked a safeguard, whereas the amendment has that safeguard of which people can only have a proxy vote if
If IF.
they have leave of absence.
Don't know.
That is the dumbest thing. I didn't say that.
The previous amendment allowed members to use. Mr. Speaker, what was that?
Yow! That throat really hurts.
Mr. Speaker, what was that?
The spoon.
I don't know.
Does this speaker
Yeah, what was
expressing a political view?
Something
Motion
about
no
being
cut.
dumb? Question mark.
No, I was
on the-
sorry.
on the phone screen.
I was muttering to myself. That's something else.
Give way. Wait, actually, go on for a few more seconds, then give way. Right, go, give way now. Give way now. Give way, quick, now, give way.
Mr.
Give
Speaker,
way.
it is not your job to comment on
Oh, the
that.
burp's gone.
It's a little bit quicker.
Okay.
Than I do.
I give way.
Prime Minister.
Basically, all I wanted to do was do that burp. I thought it'd be really funny. They're streaming this. I can't believe that. Yeah, this is good. This is great. As Tony the Tiger once said, this is great. This is a brilliant motion, which brings a brilliant part to. I can't bother with the part anymore. Okay, quite essentially, we had the motion proxy votes, and then during that, we discussed with the leader of the People's Party whether what would make him vote for it. Obviously, I do thank him for voting for it anyway, because his vote did tip the scales, despite the objections of the previous leader of the opposition. But this motion was part of what we agreed was suitable for this proxy vote system to continue until the end of this parliament, which is when, pardon me, that motion will expire. And, pardon me, terrible wind. I just burped again. I'm so sorry, Mr. Speaker. It's all caught on the microphones as well. This is disgusting. But I feel like it does make proxy votes suitable for how they should be used. If you're willing to put forward something in that channel, then you should be willing to put forward an absence notice. And yeah, there's not much more to it than that. I will remind members very clearly, proxy votes won't exist next Parliament. They are just here for the first term to make sure the government rides stably and that Parliament doesn't get caught in itself in a big conundrum. Because as many of you from when the UK restarted will know, the first government was so terrible at its job that they immediately went, terrible at everything. Their King's Speech failed. They didn't even get any bills passed. It took BUK until like mid-July, I think, to pass their first bill because of how crap Parliament was and how divided and divisive everyone was. So what proxy votes does is just kind of keep it stable. I'm kind of wrong about proxy votes, and this was a giveaway, but this is basically what you need. If you don't think that proxy votes were acceptable, then now you probably will.
Let me transcribe a woman's voice real quick.
Gonna have a final piece.
Mr. Speaker.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I thank the PM for that point?
Hello, I'm Brian Blessed, and welcome to a special webisode of Have I Got News for You?
I simply agree. She agrees.
I agree with Nick.
Whoever is doing that sounds like a high-pitched Margaret Thatcher. Thank you, thank you.
I agree with Nick. I mean, Nick.
Anyway. That amendment, as the PM said in that rather long point,
Oh, come on.
safeguards this Parliament.
Did I even put in a German debate on?
It also safeguards the fact, as I said earlier, yes, media.
I think we get the point. Just sit down.
Keep talking. Keep talking. I don't like that man's attitude. I think
I am,
arteries
however,
are
going to
clogging.
speak for however long it takes.
Boring!
However long it takes, Mr. Speaker.
I think my arteries are clogging.
On a roll with this bootleg Thatcher voice. Keep going.
Oh dear God!
I am a
I
bootleg
didn't
Margaret
chew the food
Thatcher.
enough. I can feel it. I can feel it getting stuck.
That amendment, as I said, safeguards the fact that members.
Should we ask the Parliament devs for Portcullis House? I thought that'd be something nice.
That's going to be the
I
most
have one.
pointless thing ever.
Nah, because I get to sit there and enjoy my little
Cannot
parliamentary
abuse the
expenses.
proxy
Order.
vote system.
Can
Is
you
that
type
Lords?
any slower if you tried to?
Like it would have been in the previous amendment. Previous amendment, I tell you. Previous.
Let the House be aware that I do have to go and take a dump.
So please. For the sake of this house. Vote aye.
I love to vote at the question level for
What are you eating
pizza.
in the house?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Would you want me to eat it on the floor? On the road?
Are you
I hope the PM enjoys his food from Portcullis
okay,
House.
member of Parliament
you.
for?
Paid for with
hang on,
taxpayers' money.
Order! Stop yapping when I'm picking a member to speak, please. The member of Parliament for Lancashire. There.
Do you want me to transcribe, Matty?
Oh, you had to pick another typer, didn't you?
Oh, I've
I'll take
really
that as yes,
got
I'll
to
transcribe. I love my transcriptions.
Oh, mate. How long did it take to digest
But as you
food?
know about the stupid boycott. Stupid boycott by Little Dragon, I do agree with that.
Oh, this is the fastest digestion of food ever. Oh dear God.
Order. First warning.
This will stop the abuse of proxy votes.
Can I just point of information really quick because I've not approved a single proxy vote yet.
You don't
Dropping
need to
stupid unnamed person. Person star. Okay, vote aye.
I beg
Oh, probably Sheffield Bradford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Oh.
I have absolutely no idea what the member on the opposition front bench was waffling about, but okay. Congratulations, you're here against your boycott. I'm not sure what the point in that was. Mr. Speaker, I do believe the Prime Minister commented in regards to the fact that the standing order only applies for this Parliament. I do understand the rhetoric behind it, but surely he understands the precedent he's now set, and that a future government can now come into the House either after the next election or any election after that,
Give way.
impose proxy votes. And I'll give way in just a minute. And because they've got a majority past that motion and inevitably secure the position for the rest of the Parliament, like, we either have them or we don't. This whole applying the standing order for the duration of this Parliament only doesn't really work. Whilst, yes, it will no longer have effect at the end of this Parliament, there's nothing stopping a future government coming in and re-putting that standing order. So I am fearful for the precedent he's set. Nonetheless, I do agree that for the sake of stability, we do need them. If the Prime Minister still wants to give way,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll give way to the Prime Minister.
Just to make some things clear. One, I understand that the precedent that this may set, if you want to interpret it that way. If you hear any noise in the background, my brother is on his Xbox. As for future governments, I have no idea. But whatever it is, is it Pro Clubs? Is that on Xbox?
Pro
Is that a
Clubs.
thing? Is that on Xbox? I don't know. I don't know. It's something to do with football. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to what future governments will do, if they want to reintroduce proxy votes, then leave it down to the opposition to stop that. I say this: if you've earned a majority in an election, I think that governments have the right, especially on Roblox, because this is a part-time, not full-time job, unlike real life, to utilise proxy votes to pass bills and to pass legislation and motions that, especially ones that are on their manifesto. Now, for King's speeches and motions of no confidence, fair game. If you don't show up, you don't show up. But if you've got a majority, you deserve that. If there's a hung parliament, or even a majority government, if they can't pass it, which I don't know who wouldn't be able to pass their legislation with a majority government. But if they can't do that, then it's down to them to try and pass proxy votes anyway, if they want to, as a government that can't command a majority or have a hung parliament, against the odds of the opposition. And if the opposition fail to do it, that's on them. And if they want to try and spring into action and withdraw it later on a day that they know is going to let us down to them. But most importantly, my point is, Mr. Speaker, thankfully, none of this will be my problem.
I do thank the Prime Minister for his input. And I'm sure he'll rest assured knowing that I do agree with use of proxy votes. You know, if you do win a substantial majority or you form a government after an election, the House shouldn't be a place of, competing over who gets more people on that specific day. That's not how it works. I'm trying to find the way to word this because I do have an opinion in my head and the words aren't coming to me. But I do agree with this, although as my honourable friend, the leader of my party, has proposed, there does need to be safeguards. The current mechanism, as far as I understand it, means that proxy votes can be submitted for instances such as the King's Speech or confidence votes. I don't believe that should be the case, but I do believe moving forward we should have this system, and I am of the opinion that it should carry into future parliaments, albeit, that's a battle for later. So I do encourage the House to vote in favour of this, and if the Prime Minister can actually use this to pass his legislation for the first time in a while, excluding this week, then so be it.
Well, I beg to move the question. Now we put.
So,
Question do you now be put? Aye.
aye.
I ah.
It's against.
That's the command spell, not the chat.
If the eyes have it, the eyes have it. The question is that the amendments of the standing order does not pass. So I'm not going to say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
What?
Aye.
they.
Oh, Murray.
Oh, mate.
Mate, you're right. Going down like
I'm
a
me.
Okay, the eyes have it, the eyes have it. Now, where are we up to? A German debate on media. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, in the words of I forgot who the singer was. In the words of Dire Straits and their great song "Money for Nothing," we've got to what was it? Something to do with microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We've got to move these refrigerators. We've got to move these colored TVs.
Colour TVs.
Yeah, it's a great song, and there's a key part of it. It's called Colored TV, and the thing about Colored TV is that that's to do with media. And okay, I'll take it. I'll be serious once. Media, it's going pretty well. Obviously we have got a little snob in
Give way.
in newsfeed who thinks that he can impersonate the BBC and drive it into the ground. And then we've had issues with the BBC. Okay, no, it isn't going good. Whoops, I've drawn that. Yeah, new BBC charter soon. Whatever. I'm talking. These things, they usually fix themselves, and if they don't, usually we step in and we fix for them. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to prove. Oh my god, there's been a camera there the whole time.
Okay, Member of Parliament, please Sheffield Bradford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I really don't understand why someone was speaking in a adjournment debate to immediately leave. I'm also not entirely sure what he's doing with a camera. Like, I know you sort of get a big ego and he really fancies himself, but you know this is a bit extreme. If you want to be on the news, you know there are better ways to do it than standing squaring up to a camera. But nonetheless, Mr. Speaker, I don't exactly agree with the Prime Minister's remarks that the media is doing well. Quite the contrary. Yeah, I don't think that camera's meant to be there, mate.
Why is there one on us?
Point of order. Can someone get rid of this camera?
Hello, camera.
Why? Can we just
Tonight
adjourn?
on Top Gear.
Can we not just adjourn like
Why'd you drive the car?
I burned his eyes.
Why did you drive the
Standing on number
car?
27.
Order. Right, you're not even in the house anymore. You're not.
Altium.
Sit. Right, Margie, you're not even in the house yet. Right, you shut up.
And the
You
Lord's still sitting.
shut up. Okay, everyone, sit down, please. Okay, Member of Parliament, please Sheffield Bradford. You can continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And again, whilst the Prime Minister may be under the false impression that media is doing well, I don't think many of us here actually agree with that statement. You know, the BBC is currently engaged in a war with BBC News with a Z, who are currently, you know, infringing on trademarks left, right, and centre, and I don't believe the BBC are actually doing anything about it. When we look in the tabloid feeds, it seems they've just ripped it out of BUK and are treating it with nothing but disdain. And the actual quality of media across the sector has been entirely, you know, disappointing. I don't know why the Royal Navy need their own media company. You know, they have the public sector for that. They have agency announcements for that. We've got polls every 2 days, besides maybe this week because nothing exciting's happened. Again, I could go on and on, but the media sector as a whole needs revitalised. It's an absolute disaster. There's no quality. Can I help you? Thank you.
Order.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the House sit in private.
That's there's no second on that. Any more? Final for Sheffield Prophet.
I'll give way to. I don't actually know his constituency.
I'll mute him.
Right, thank you for unserving me. I had a bit of a rant about cameras. I don't trust cameras. They're very scary. But in terms of my general view of things, I kind of like that we have a bit of stuff that's hip with the kids, you know? Like, it's good to have the good old little trolling post, but also you do have people which do take the mick. And honestly, I'm not the media minister. I just run the armed forces, so question in terms of the Royal Navy, that's just because they like registering companies, I guess. But in terms of, I will personally kind of pressure that we get stuff in action to stop that kind of. This is me personally speaking. Yeah, to stop that kind of stuff going on, because like you should really be ripping off everything, especially by news works, man. Like, it's not cool. Yeah.
I thank the member for his intervention. I do agree there needs to be a line. Like, if we look in the tabloid feeds, for instance, you know, Badman News is a classic example of what the tabloid should be. If they want to take the mic and run with it, do so in a semi-professional way. Like, Badman News, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the better companies I've read from because it mixes humour with, you know, a borderline competence in journalism. But for instance, BBC News with a Z, could you be more unoriginal? Like, if you want to be a journalist, if you want to report on things, if you want to scrutinise someone, come up with your own brand. Or, you know, there's nothing wrong with going and ripping off ITV or Sky News or something. Just because, you know, Newsirks or Jewsirks or whatever he's calling himself this week can't get over the fact he's not running the actual BBC doesn't mean he gets to go and, you know, make a knockoff. You know, we saw, and I spoke about this the last session, instances in court where Tesco and I believe it was Lidl were battling over the club card logo, and this is a prime example of another case which is just pure trademark infringement. So, you know, it needs addressed. The sector as a whole needs addressed, and if we want quality journalism, please, for the love of God, sort something out. And, you know, I would be speaking to the government minister, but there's no actual relevant government minister in this house to deal with that. So, yeah, I beg to move the house to now, John.
I can do it.
Okay, question is, this House do you know Jonas winning the Paseo?
Aye.
Okay, there's that order. Goodbye.
I'm going to place an explosive in that camera. Thank you for blowing up the camera.